The 48 Laws of Power, book by Robert Greene. Law 44. The mirror effect. In Law 44, disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. In Law 44, disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. The concept of the mirror effect is explored as a powerful tool for manipulation and control. The essence of the mirror effect lies in mirroring the actions of others to deceive them and gain a strategic advantage. This law consists of four main mirror effects: the neutralizing effect, the shadow, the narcissus effect, and the moral effect. Each effect capitalizes on the psychological impact of reflecting others' behavior. Number 1. The neutralizing effect. This effect involves mirroring the actions of adversaries, rendering them blind to your true strategy. By mimicking their movements, you mock and infuriate them, creating a shield behind which you can set traps or redirect their plans against them. This mirrors the ancient tactic of using a shield as a mirror, exemplified by Perseus slaying Medusa. Number 2. The shadow. Similar to espionage, the shadow involves closely observing and mirroring opponents without their awareness. This provides valuable insights into their habits and routines, allowing for strategic counteraction later on. It is a potent tool for detectives and spies. Number 3. The narcissus effect. Drawing inspiration from the Greek myth of Narcissus, this effect revolves around psychologically mirroring others. By reflecting their deepest desires and values back to them, you create a connection and wield power over them. This mirrors the universal narcissism within individuals, exploiting their need for recognition. Number 4. The moral effect. Rather than relying on verbal arguments, the moral effect involves mirroring the actions of others to teach them a lesson. By reflecting their behavior back at them, you make them confront the unpleasant consequences of their actions, fostering self-awareness. This is particularly effective in dealing with unsocial behavior. Number 5. The hallucinatory effect. Mirroring the real world through perfect replication. The hallucinatory effect involves creating a deceptive copy of an object, place, or person. Con artists utilize this technique to mimic reality and deceive others. It is the quintessential tool for camouflage and deception. Observances of mirror effects. The historical example of Joseph Fouché, a cunning minister of Napoleon, illustrates the power of mirroring. Fouché, by mirroring Napoleon's tactics and outsmarting his spies, managed to survive and thrive in a tumultuous period. He consistently shielded his actions with a mirror strategy, gaining insight into Napoleon's plans and desires while avoiding direct confrontation. Observance 3. In Observance 2, we delve into the intriguing life of Alcibiades, an Athenian statesman and general from 450 to 404 BC. Alcibiades masterfully used a technique known as the mirror effect to manipulate and gain power. He tailored his words and actions to mirror the desires and values of those around him, seducing them into believing that he shared their superior values. This charm led even the philosopher Socrates to become his fervent supporter. Alcibiades' ability to mirror his audience's aspirations made him a formidable orator and strategist, but his promiscuous use of the mirror effect eventually led to his downfall. Moving to the Purloined Letter, the story of Alcibiades continues as he faces fabricated charges while leading the invasion of Sicily. To escape persecution, he defects to Sparta, where he successfully mirrors their lifestyle, earning their trust and admiration. However, his charm knows no bounds, and he ends up fleeing again, this time to Persia. Alcibiades skillfully mirrors the Persian lifestyle to gain their favor, while secretly aiding the Athenians in their war against Sparta. The story illustrates the dangers of excessive use of the seducer's mirror. In the third observation, Lorenzo de' Medici seduces the Pope. We witness Lorenzo's adept use of the mirror effect. Lorenzo tailors his actions to mirror Pope Innocent's tastes, sending him gifts and flattering letters. By reflecting the Pope's desires and opinions, Lorenzo gains the Pope's respect and friendship, ultimately manipulating him for political gain. Observance 3 shifts to the 17th century, focusing on Marie Mancini, one of the Mazarinets, who masterfully employs the seducer's mirror to capture the heart of King Louis XIV. Despite lacking the beauty of her sisters, Marie studies the king closely, understanding his yearnings for glory and romance. By immersing herself in his interests and reflecting his ideals, she successfully seduces him, even accompanying him on military campaigns. However, political pressures force Louis to break off their relationship. The common thread in these observations is the power of mirroring in both politics and romance. Alcibiades, Lorenzo de' Medici, and Marie Mancini effectively use the seducer's mirror to manipulate those around them. The mirror reflects the target's desires, creating a powerful psychological connection. However, the cautionary tales of Alcibiades remind us that the mirror must be used judiciously, as overuse can lead to betrayal and downfall. The key takeaway from these historical anecdotes is the art of understanding and mirroring the desires, values, and aspirations of others. The seducer's mirror, when wielded with caution and discrimination, becomes a potent tool for influence and power in both political and romantic realms. Observance IV, the mirror strategy in Ivan the Terrible's reign. In 1538, young Ivan IV of Russia faced the torment of boyar mockery after his mother's death. The boyars, Russia's princely class, humiliated Ivan by making him wear a crown and scepter, highlighting his vulnerability. At 13, Ivan seized power, but the boyars remained defiant. Exhausted by efforts to transform Russia, Ivan abdicated in 1575, installing a powerless figurehead, Simeon Bekbaladovich. This mirror tactic reflected the boyars' past treatment of Ivan, revealing their own powerlessness. After 2 years of humiliation, Ivan returned as Tsar, now respected and unchallenged until his death in 1584. Interpretation. Teaching lessons through mirroring. In 1564, Ivan's absolute powers eroded amid societal resistance. Frustrated, Ivan used the courtier's mirror, appointing Simeon to expose the boyar's disrespect. This strategic abdication taught a lesson. To lower resistance, mirror others' behavior. Dr. Erickson's psychotherapeutic approach similarly employed indirect mirrors, guiding patients to self-discovery. Mirroring, with a touch of exaggeration, breaks resistance and plants seeds in the unconscious, promoting lasting change. Observance 5. Dr. Erickson's psychotherapeutic mirroring. Dr. Erickson, a psychotherapy pioneer, adeptly used the courtier's mirror. Treating couples with sexual issues, he avoided direct confrontation. Instead, he crafted analogies, like comparing eating habits to sexual conflicts. Redirecting focus, he led couples to self-discovery, indirectly resolving their issues. In severe cases like treating a delusional patient, Dr. Erickson entered their world, gently guiding them out. The power lay in indirect communication, allowing individuals to realize truths on their own. Interpretation. Metaphors, symbols, and power of the courtier's mirror. Communication relies on metaphors and symbols. Direct confrontation heightens resistance, especially in sensitive areas. Constructing symbolic mirrors aids understanding. Dr. Erickson's methods show the power of indirect communication, using analogies to teach profound lessons. When dealing with fantasy worlds, enter and guide gently. The courtier's mirror, through metaphorical understanding, unveils hidden truths. Observance 6. Sen no Rikyu's harmonious mirroring. Tea-master Sen no Rikyu mastered the courtier's mirror by harmonizing with guests' thoughts. He subtly mirrored desires, adapting to guests' tastes. Rikyu's ability to read others, even anticipating practical jokes, showcased his skill. His power lay in mirroring hidden desires without being asked. The courtier's mirror, reflecting unspoken selves, yields unparalleled influence. Interpretation. Manipulating the courtier's mirror for power. To wield power, master the courtier's mirror. Observe people keenly, noting gestures and details revealing hidden desires. Mirror these unspoken desires skillfully, gaining influence. Sen no Rikyu's ability to adapt and anticipate showcased the mirror's potency. Wordless communication and indirect compliments hold immense power, enchanting others through the courtier's mirror. Observance 7. Yellow Kid Wile's deceptive mirroring in cons. Con artist Yellow Kid Wile utilized the deceiver's mirror in elaborate cons. Recreating a bank, yacht club, or gambling club, he deceived victims with realistic props and performances. People's trust in well-constructed facades and appearances made the deception effective. Once inside the Hall of Mirrors, victims struggled to distinguish reality from the fake, illustrating the power of mirroring surfaces. Interpretation. Mirroring reality for deceptive power. Mirroring reality provides deceptive power. People instinctively trust well-constructed facades, accepting appearances without doubt. Yellow Kid Wile's cons capitalized on this credulity, using uniforms, accents, and props to create convincing illusions. The first impression is crucial. Once inside the mirrored situation, victims are easily deceived. Study the world's surfaces, mirror them, and become a convincing part of the field. A warning. Beware of mirrored situations. Mirrored situations resemble past events or persons, often leading to unfavorable comparisons. Richard Wagner's association with Lola Montez tainted his reputation in Munich, despite initial support from Ludwig II. Mirrored situations limit control over reflections and recollections, risking negative associations. Separating from such memories is crucial, as even positive associations create unrealistic expectations. In conclusion, the power of mirroring, as demonstrated through historical examples and psychological insights, reveals a versatile strategy for influencing others, resolving conflicts, and achieving one's goals. Whether in the political realm, psychotherapy, tea ceremonies, or elaborate cons, the courtier's mirror remains a potent tool for understanding and manipulating human behavior.